Hello, everyone. How are you? Good evening, good night, maybe good morning to you. You're part of the world, wherever you're watching me from. I'm Hadiza. I'm from New York City, USA right now, and it's Eastern time. What's the time? 10:16 p.m. Eastern. So for those of you in the East Coast, it will be your 10 p.m. So I'm coming to you live just to share something very dear to my heart that I've been, encouraging people lately because that's also an encouragement to myself. But tonight, I just want to talk to you about so many things that is going on in our world. And one of them that is creeping up in our minds and in our lives every day that is holding us back. I want to talk about that today. So it's another day for growth, another opportunity to grow and to learn. So I'm excited to share with you. I hope you had a beautiful day. I had one. I was at my office today and then back home, worked a little bit remotely today as well. And it was a beautiful day. It's fall, it's getting cold, and we wear sweaters and bundle up now. So it's a beautiful thing. Change is good. I love change. And, when you go outside and you see the beauty of the leaves changing, it's the magic of the season. And I love every bit of it because I grew up in a tropical weather. This time it's rainy, and then gradually we go into the Hamilton season towards the end of the year. But since I'm in North America now, I see the beauty of the leaves changing from green to brown, yellow, and all that fall, leaves falling off the tree. So it is a beautiful day. So let me know where you're watching me from. I appreciate every one of you. Every evening that I come out here, you were supporting me, and I appreciate every bit of it. So thank you. I love every comment. I love every heart, kisses, and all that. So thank you so much. Thank you for your comment, and I appreciate them. Keep them coming. I love every bit of it. So tonight we're going to dive into self-doubt. Have you ever tried it? Or it just come automatically? It's something that's inherent in our nature, and it comes from our background, the way we were raised, and a whole bunch of factors come together for us to be doubting ourselves. Like when we are kids, we can do anything, and either by the interference of an adult or the environment, before we know what, we start doubting ourselves. You're not able to even do anything without questioning yourself. You have that little voice in there saying, no, you can't do it. Oh, you're not enough. What if I fail? Okay, what if you fail? Then you do it again, right? But most times that is not the situation. It's like some dire situations, and we see that this self-doubt holds us back. So tonight I want to talk about it because I will tell you, I was one of those people that suffer a lot from self-doubt. When I want to do certain things, I wouldn't. Some like, like when growing up, people say you're ugly, you're this, you got yam legs, you got big head, you don't know how to talk. Some of those things, when we are kids, it's so much built in you. And for me, for a long time, it took me a while to shake those things up. And I thank God for knowing the scriptures. Those were like my major weapon for getting some of those negative words out of my head, because sometimes I'll be dressed looking all fabulous and like, yeah, girl, take it off. It doesn't look good on you. And somebody else will see me like, girl, you look good. Initially, I'll tell myself you look good, but when I look and that creepy voice inside you, like, no, no, no. But it took me time to get out of that. When I want to do something, like I wanted to go back to school at one point, I doubted myself. Will I be able to learn? Will I be able to even read and retain those stuff? Even though I know myself to be a brilliant person, I work hard at it. I read. I do all I need to do. But like when you're told multiple times you're not good enough, yeah, you look at yourself like you embrace those. And even at times when you don't embrace them directly, but because you hear them, they go to your subconscious, and before you know what, at some point they just come up. without you even thinking about them. They're just like, just there waiting. And that moment you slip into that level, they just come up. But today I want to dive into that. How did I overcome it? What are some of the things I did to grow out of self-doubt? Even when those fears and doubts and, consciousness come to me, how do I handle them? How I've read about other people, how they handle theirs. I embed them, the ones that I could do, in every area of my life. So I'm going to share some of those with us today. So we are really talking how we can overcome doubt, overcoming self-doubt, the key to unlocking your potential. You are so graced. You have so much in you. The world is looking forward to what you have to say. Those books that you have to read, that you have to write, we are waiting to read them. Those podcasts, we are waiting to listen to you. But don't let self-doubt hold you back. Those inventions, beautiful attire. Some of us are fashion designers. We're waiting to wear those, place my order and get some fabulous dresses and outfits, right? New designs. There, we all have those potentials. We see everybody who is succeeding in one way or the other, be it family life, be it career, be it business. They had some form of self-doubt or the other. Everybody have that at some point in life. But what separates the good from the bad and the shot from the seed is how they were able to handle it. Some have mastered the skill of handling and dealing with self-doubt. You don't just deal with it by just suppressing it. Guess what? It's going to come out. So how are you going to deal with it? You're going to address it. And those are some of the things I am going to talk about today to help us overcome self-doubt. So before even diving into it, I want us to understand, what is self-doubt? Where are those self-doubts coming from? Why are you doubting yourself? Why are you doubting your abilities? And sometimes you find out it's not because you're not smart, you don't have the ability, or you don't even have the ideas. It stems from fear. And fear comes in different form. Fear of failure. What if I fail? Or fear of judgment. Oh, they are looking at me. What if I say the wrong thing? I like to catwalk, right? What if I catwalk in the wrong way? What if I fall? So these are some of the things that hold us back. The what if. The what if is what if. It just if. Okay, what if you fall? Then you get up. So, but you don't let that hold you back. What if I fail? Then you pivot and start all over. You learn from it and move ahead. So all those if questions hold us back. They are stemming from fear. They are forms of fear. And this fear shows up in form of procrastination, us not taking action at all. We hesitate to do stuff. Even when you know something is the right thing to do, you hesitate to do it. Oh, what if somebody scold me? What if somebody say, oh, the way I'm saying it is wrong? Say it anyway. Sometimes we're in a board meeting, I remember this instance, and I had the idea. The idea was pounding in my heart. Poop, poop, poop. Hadiza, say this, say this, say this. I was, oh, what if it's wrong? What if it's wrong? I didn't say it until my colleagues and everybody gave them a standing ovation. It's there. And that's why I tell people, listen, ideas are flowing for everybody to grab. If it comes to you and you don't grab it, guess what? Somebody else will go with it. And tomorrow you're like, I had that thought. Well, it's somebody's invention now, because you were doubting, you were in fear. And this fear, like I said, it comes in form of procrastination. I used to be a big procrastinator. If I want to do something, oh, I'll do it later. I will do it later. I will do, okay, I'll always find a reason why I won't do it. Then I do something and I keep shifting it. Yet it's important. And it shows that I don't put value on stuff. That's why I procrastinate. Some will like, oh, it's just me. We excuse it out. Guess what? It's limiting your potential. It did limit me for a long time. But I have to tell myself, no, no more. I have to do something different if I want to see a different outcome. If not, I'll be that mediocre person. Come on, look at me. I don't want to be a mediocre, and I know you don't want to, right? So that's it. That's it. You don't want to be average in anything you do. You give your best. And I love the scriptures that say you walk your best like you're walking unto God. So I don't want to be a mediocre and average person in anything I do. I give my best to it. Somebody else may not see, but I know that I'm giving my best to it. And if I'm giving my best, I know. And if I'm not giving my best, I equally know. And it's same for you, because God has so wired us in such a way that we can know when we are not even doing an inch of what we're supposed to do, what we are capable of. So some of us were doing certain jobs that is more than our capacity, and you're sitting there not trying to, okay, look for other positions. There are higher positions in the company, but fear, what if they don't take me? Then you apply again. What if they don't take me? Then you apply again. So we get out of the what if wall, because it will stop us, because when the more we hesitate, the more we'll not do what we need to do. So know that self-doubt stems from fear, and that fear can be a fear of failure. It can be a fear of even success. Some of us are afraid to be successful. Some of us fear being successful. So the best way you can deal with self-doubt is to deal with it. So we need to identify what are the sources of the doubt. Where is this doubt coming from? Like I said, fear. It stems from fear. It stems from procrastination, hesitation, and all that. Another thing is comparison. We're comparing ourselves with somebody else, the way this person is doing their stuff. Then it overwhelms. Oh, I can't do it that way. I'm not that good. No, do your own thing. Don't compare yourself with B. Just do yours. Your ideas will come out and it will shine its own way, right? But when we compare, it overwhelms us and doubt start creeping in. You were prepared to give your speech until somebody else start giving you ideas, and then it paralyzes you. No, be confident in your own ability, right? Another thing is perfectionism. Oh my word. You want all your I's and T's to be dotted before you do something. Or if it's not done this way, then it's not the right way. It limits us. It brings self-doubt, right? So perfectionism brings self-doubt. Another source of self-doubt is lack of confidence. Confidence don't just come just like that. However, we can build that courage to do what we need to do by taking the step. But lack of confidence is another thing that brings doubt. Most of us would doubt ourselves. Oh, I don't have the confidence to do this. And it used to be me. I'm doing a go live session every day here for 90 days. Today is my day 18, right? And before this time, I run my business online for 3 years now, and I don't do go lives. If I do go live, it takes me a lot of encouraging myself, pumping myself up. Then I do go live maybe once a month, once every. Yet I'm on social media. I create other type of content. I run ads. But for me to come in and talk like this, I wouldn't. I don't have the confidence. I'm comparing myself with other people like, oh, look at the way that person delivered, articulately, deliver their words. And I can't do that. I have an accent, some mannerism, may not pronounce my words well. Who cares? My own audience will listen to me. And I have people that listen to me every day. And I see some hearts, some thumbs up here and there. And I appreciate that. So I have to overcome that. And I've been doing this Go Live now for 18 days. For someone who don't do Go Live, I have to take that step of faith and say, hey, Hadiza, you got to do it, to create that visibility for your business, to spread the word out there. You have to do the Go Lives. And after that, I come out here to share points like this about overcoming doubts. Because I'm telling you that you can. We have it in us. We just have to switch. Once we switch our head, our heart, our mindset, it's all over. We will win. So that's why I want to show you that, hey, you can overcome doubt. So I want to go into the steps to overcoming self-doubt. But briefly, I want to touch on, why do we self-doubt? Why do we self-doubt? Because self-doubt will hold you back. It's going to hold you back from your potential. What your grace, it limits your ability to do what you need to do. Imagine me not doing this go live. Then I won't be online. Some of the inquiries I've had into my business, I won't have them because those people will not see me or even hear about me. Then my business was being limited. But because I choose to do this, I overcame my doubt and my inability to have a live video like this. I'm getting business calls. I'm getting business inquiries. I have people signing on my website, say, hey, Hadiz, I want to learn more about this online business you're talking about. But people normally will not do that if I'm not showing up. Even though I'm showing up in other ways for my business, but this was a way that I wasn't showing up. And I'm glad I'm showing up. All right. So thank you so much for watching me. Let me know where you're watching me from. I appreciate that. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, Kathy. Oh my God, Katrina, thank you. Yes, I love changes as well. Watching from Ontario, Canada. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Absolutely. Changes are good. It's good for us to change, and because that's the only constant I've come to find. Hey, Tina. Thank you, Tina, for watching from Florida. I hope you're doing good. With all that hurricane going on in Florida, we'll pray for you guys, and we're going to pray for your safety. So yes, absolutely. So I want to say, why should we not allow doubt into our life? Because self-doubt limits our potential. And I just told you how doubting my ability to go live videos like this was limiting my business to a degree. But since these 18 days that I've been doing this go live, it's been a different change in mindset, in attitude, and a different change in terms of how people respond to my business, right? Because most times when we fear people's judgment, fear what people will say, people's opinion, guess what? Those people cannot really give you the change you're looking for. But you taking step and action above those things that you fear, that's when those doubts is going to go. And like I said, I'm going to share some strategies on how you can deal with that. So if you want to start anything, either be you start an educational journey, a family, a business, anything at all, the doubt is going to come. But it requires courage. It requires faith in yourself, faith in the ability of God who has graced you to do anything that you put your mind to do, faith in the ideas that you have, that the world is willing to hear you. Guess what? If you don't share it, then the rest of the world will be missing a big puzzle, a big piece of the puzzle, right? So your part is as important as my part. Then when everybody shares they will have that holistic idea of something. Nobody knows it all. We all come here and share. And guess what? Nothing else is new under the earth. We just bring it out and share some light, as revealed to each and every one of us. So next time when the doubt chip in, just know that you have the courage to overcome it, to overcome every doubt, and every step that you take sometimes will feel harder, but listen, it's not, because you won't know your ability to do it until you do it. And when doubt comes, self-doubt make it feel like, oh, is the most difficult thing on earth. Guess what? Some other people have done it and they've succeeded. You too can do it. Like in my online business, I have some amazing people getting some result, crazy result. And sometimes like, oh, can I do it? Can I even do this? And then I've come to find out that yes, I can. They don't have two heads. I'm a favored child of the Most High God. I can do it. So when those doubts and negative words come, I flick them away. I say, hey, not this woman, not this one. This one is packed and loaded with the words that I'm going to use to like drive them away, because you cannot overcome self-doubt in silence. That's one thing I wanted to know. You have to use your words, positive words, God's ordered words, to drive those voices out of your mind and out of your head, and you take corresponding action. And that's where your faith plays a big role. You just move a step towards your goal. That will drive the doubt away. So I want us to dive into some steps here. So the steps I'm talking about here is acknowledging it. Acknowledge the doubt. Don't deny the doubt is there. Acknowledge your feeling. Why am I feeling this way? Where is this coming from? Remember, I've talked about professionalism, lack of confidence, hesitation, fear, depending on the way the fear is revealing itself, whether fear of failure, fear of success, or even fear of judgment. Acknowledge where that fear is coming from. That's okay. All right. I see that I'm afraid about this. I'm anxious of this. I don't have the confidence that I need. It's important to recognize that when you are doubting yourself, catch those negative words. Like I said, you don't just stay quiet about it. No, the word, it comes to you in thoughts, and you have to respond in words. For instance, if somebody say you're not good enough, say no, I'm going to raise my voice and say no. So you have to talk to yourself, because you are talking to yourself, because you're listening to you more than what somebody else say. Because what somebody else says, you can counter like, yeah, that's not me. But when you accept it and it becomes a part of your inner being, you're going to be repeating those words in your head. And I'm that kind of human being that you say something to me, it keep rolling in my head over and over and over, right? You can beat me up as a young kid. I'll tell my, please beat me up, but don't insult me. Because when you say those words of insult, it goes into me, and it, like, I'll see it echoing. Anytime I see your face, I remember what you say. That was me as a child growing up. So I would prefer, like, hey, sir, get those kid and beat me up. I will cry and I'll forget about it. But when you say words, and that's why words are powerful, we have to be mindful what we say to people. What we say to ourselves also is as important as what other people say to you, because you will believe what you say to yourself more, because you know you, right? And whatever you say to yourself, guess what? That's who you are. But you can change that image of you. And how I change those negative image is through the words from the scriptures. I get those scriptures of who I am. I'm greatly and beautifully made. I am gorgeous. I say that to myself, and I look at myself in the mirror and say, girl, you are good. And that's what I say to myself, because I had this image of hearing over and over that you're not good, you have the wrong nose, you have the wrong eye, you have this, you're this. You know, I come from a background where everybody feel you have to be a certain way to be beautiful, right? And those things, for a long time, they were pain points in my head. And growing up, I doubted myself a lot. Thank you so much, Catherine. Absolutely. I appreciate that 100%. So when you grow up in certain environment and what people say to you, they become a part of you and you will buy them. And my self-doubt came from stuff like that, what I've heard over the years growing up, and things that I've brought myself into as well. So thank you. Look, you, Kathy, saying I'm gorgeous. Yeah, yes, I am. Thank you. I appreciate that. Right. So, yes, I see that. Thank you. You're a very beautiful and a powerful woman. Thank you, Tina. You guys are pumping my head, but I allow it to be pumped, pump, pump, pump. So, yes, absolutely. So, that's where, listen, Hadiza would never do this before. But why? I got out of my shell. I told myself, hey, girl, let loose, enjoy life, take care of your business, do what you got to do, because you're doing something legal. You're bringing joy and peace to people's faces. So do what you got to do. And that's why I'm doing this, right? So absolutely, I love every bit of it. And that's a business that I'm in. Yes, thank you. Oh, I'm sharing you, coach. Thank you. Thank you, Kathy. I appreciate it. Ladies, yes, it's true. I'm learning so much from you now. Thank you. Thank you, Tina. That means a lot. That means a lot. That's so rocking it in my business. I know she's my accountability partner, so she knows me. So yeah. So as I was saying, is that you definitely have to get out of your own head and speak to yourself. Speak to yourself, because whatever we have heard over the years, sometimes they come up to limit, especially when we want to make those big steps. It comes up to limit us in multiple ways that we'll never know. But when you acknowledge that the feelings is there, but hey, I know you're there, but you're not limiting me, because look, this woman is changed. This man is changed. This person is a rocking, successful business owner. So I say that to myself, and I look at myself in the mirror and I say, girl, you are gorgeous. You are beautifully made. You are smart. You are highly intelligent. I borrowed that from one of my daughter's teacher, because she used to teach the kids, I'm smart, I'm highly intelligent. She would tell the kids and recite it over and over. So every time my daughter would call, like, oh, mom, do you know I'm a very smart guy and I'm highly intelligent? I say, yes, you are. You are smart. You're highly, and they will crack up. But what I learned from that teacher, that's what she was telling the kids. Because when we tell, most times we parents, especially, we beat on our kids out of our own frustration, and I found a teacher who was doing exactly what I'm already doing with my kids, and I love her for that, So thank you, teachers, for all that you do. Right? So we have to acknowledge it. Acknowledge the feeling, but don't let the feeling stay. Don't romance your negative thoughts. Speak to it, divorce it, and let it go. That's all I will say about that. Now, the next thing I'll say is learn from failure. Yes, you fail, learn from it. Yes, you fail, learn from it. You acknowledge it. What do you do next? Learn from the failure. You took a step, it didn't go the way you planned. What did I miss here? You apply for a job, maybe your resume is not at par to where it's supposed to be. You learn from it, tweak it here and there, and go. Maybe that particular job is not for you, but don't stay there. You embark on something, it didn't come out the way you hoped for it. Where did you miss it? What could you have done better? Learn from it. No, maybe you went to the interview, feeling you didn't prepare, and they asked you a question, it threw you off, or you needed some hands-on experience that you didn't have, and you have it, you say in your resume you had it. That was a failure to start with. But guess what? When you tweak it, you learn from it. It's okay, next time I'm not going to do this, I'm going to learn. Because I remember I had to teach myself Excel. And every job I wanted to apply for, I needed to learn Excel. I'm like, good. I never learned to use computer even to my college. I had my high school first degree in Nigeria. I never used, I think having computers in school, we had computers in school, but we never had access to use it. And me actually using computer was going to a cyber cafe. When I get project in school, with even till my 4-year college, I had to write. We'd never type. The final project I had to type. And then here I am trying to learn to do computer. I remember selling some of my jewelries to pay for my computer lessons. And then I discovered YouTube. Oh my goodness. I had to learn to learn computer and learn how to use Excel. And this particular job, every job I'm requesting for, because of the nature of my background, I needed to know at least the Microsoft Office suite, how to use Microsoft Word. At least, okay, I can use that one. But Excel was a big one for me. PowerPoint, I learned how to do that one. But using Excel, learning the functionalities was a major one for me. And most jobs, you put it on the resume there that you could. Then they ask this, Miss Hadiza, show us your Excel skills. Trouble. Guess what? I feel like a falling coconut from a tree. I landed so heavily. Even me, I knew I landed before I landed. I failed. One, I put it there that I have, like you put it there, experience that you could, but I never expect like you're going to be asked to, because they need practicality. They need you to work on it. After the experience, I'm like, God, I'm sorry. One, that is, I put it there that the basics, but not the level that I was required. One, that was lying, because I said I could use proficient. I used the word proficient in Microsoft Office suite. That was the word. That was lying on my resume, because me saying I'm proficient in using the other ones, but not Excel. So when I say I'm proficient using the Microsoft Office suite, that Excel is part of, that is a biggie in the Microsoft Office suite. And at that point, I needed to, that's what I needed for in that office position. Every other thing was check, check. But when I came to that part, I failed. But did I sit there and say, oh my goodness, I failed and I'll never apply for any job like that again? No, even before that same day I left there, I consoled myself, I applied for that same position in another company. Guess what? I took to YouTube and I started learning how to use Excel. So even my positions today, I use Excel, not as proficient as I want to be because every day something new comes up, but I keep learning. So the best way you deal or self-doubt with failure is learn from it. That's straightforward. Learn from it and move on. Shift your mindset. You have to shift your mindset and grow. What you say to yourself, I made mention earlier, matters a lot. You have to learn from the failures and move from it. Then you shift your mindset. Because when you shift your mindset from I can't do it to I can do it, it's a whole new different benefit to your person, your abilities to do stuff. Because you have to be kind to yourself. We're very tough on ourselves. I jokingly laughed when I said, oh, I failed, and that moment it wasn't a laughing matter because I was expecting, to get that job. And when it came to the hands-on, I failed on the hands-on. At that moment, it wasn't funny, but I need to shift my mindset by learning, equipping myself with the skills I was missing so that I can position myself again. It doesn't mean that that managerial position is not for me. It doesn't mean that that managerial ability and skills, I don't have it. What I was missing was that Excel, because I need that Excel to carry out the job function. So I needed to learn it. But I won't sit there and say, oh my goodness, I failed. Then I'll start applying for a low-level job that I'm more qualified for because I'm afraid. See where the fear of success or being in a higher position comes from? No, you have to just look at yourself. Okay, yes, I didn't do right this time, but I have the ability to do it. And the solution to the cure of that is for me to learn. I quickly changed my mindset that I'm to a growth mindset. I need to learn from I can't do it to I'm learning to do it. Now I can do it. And then I can apply for that kind of position again, and I will get that position. Right. And I worked for that kind of, I think that position for like some 4 or 5 years. And then I left to a different position. Right. So it's still doable. It just we accepting that we can, believing in yourself, your ability. It's not because the ability is not there. We know that we have the ability. But when those negative voices in our mind comes and say, hey, Hadiza, you can't do it. Oh, what if you fail? When we accept it, then we actually will fail because there's nothing anybody else will tell us that will surpass what we tell ourselves. Because you will be able to convince yourself, somebody else wouldn't convince you. They can only talk, but only you can make the changes that you need to make to achieve the result that you want, be it in your life, be it in your business, be it in anything. It comes from your mindset, and mindset is powerful because that is the controlling system for our human behavior, for our human dealings. If we say we can in our mind, nothing will stop us. But if we say we can't in our mind, even God come from heaven, he won't tell you to do it and you won't be able to do it. Why? Because you already told yourself you can't. You can't. So have a big picture of yourself, have a can attitude about yourself, and you will. You will. I do that. Is it that I have it perfectly laid out all the time? No. It's as long as you have a mind, those thoughts are going to creep in. But these skills that I'm showing here are the way you can. And another thing is take action. You can do all the talking and all the affirmations and rehearsals of all the goody stuff. If you don't take the needed step, you won't get the result. You have to take result-oriented action. Move one step towards your goal. What is that goal you set for yourself? That your, doubts and fear and hesitations, procrastinations are manifesting itself in your life, that you are not doing it. Let me tell you, the best way you can get those things is by doing. Is by doing. Yes, Kathy, you are right. You said, let me see. Kathy says, we become what we say to ourselves or to our children. Absolutely, Kathy, you are right. We become what we say to ourselves. And I gave myself as a perfect example. If I keep telling myself, you can't do it, I won't be able to do it. If parents or anyone, if we say negative stuff to us, we have to be very careful. Oh my God, Suleiman, thank you. So you are doing well, and your words of encouragement is seriously inspiring. Thank you. I appreciate that. You found value. So that is true. That is true. So because what we say to ourselves matters a lot. Because some of us, we have this big dream. And I always tell myself this, and I'll tell anybody when they ask me for advice or what do I think. I would say, God showed you the vision of yourself, what you can become, what you can achieve, who you have desired to be in alignment with the purpose of God for your life. Don't think somebody else should interpret the vision for you. There may be a part of the process to help you lay the foundation and the step to actualize that dream, but don't let another person be the one that paints it and say you should go this way or go that way or do this or do that. As good as it is to, listen to somebody else's advice and whatever, I used to tell myself, Hadiza, the very first word you listen to is the word of God. You make your decision based on that. And then this type of people I surround myself with, I see people who through their words, through their life, have exemplified that wisdom. Because guess what? God has given each and every one of us wisdom, but there are some that have it more than others. And I used to say common sense is not common, because some people, by the way they act and talk, sometimes you know that this one don't, I didn't see anything, right? But you don't just listen to just anybody. You don't just, you may listen and somebody will advise, even an elder or somebody. It doesn't mean everything they say you do, right? You pick with wisdom, you're going to select what works and what, is in line with what God has shown you as a vision of your life, or the dreams or the aspiration you have. It's like you have spent hundreds of hours and time, and somebody comes and say, hey, this is not it. You're going to listen to them. Then you're going to take some of those things and vet it in line with what you're already doing. If it's a no-go journey, you will know, and then you stop. But if it's some just come to deter you or not even help you as much. So my take is this: when it comes to dealing with doubt, doubt is a natural factor. We all will face doubt. And if you can look at anyone you consider successful, because success is a relative term, right? Somebody who is achieving the kind of dream or aspirations you have, and you see that, okay, this person, I look up to this person, I want to be like that person, maybe in terms of result, in terms of lifestyle, in terms, whatever it may be. If you read their books, for those who have books or those who have answered some interview stuff, or you may even know them personally, you will find out that they have gone through certain type of challenges here and there. Doubt has come in and played off in one way or the other. But the only way we succeed is by taking action. You have to take action. If you talk, you chat, you do all the stuff and don't take action, you are not going to get to the result. You're not going to get to the goals that you want for yourself. So know that doubt, everybody has to deal with doubt. So my challenge to you is this. You have to set time for yourself. Don't allow doubt to creep in. It's going to creep around you. It's going to come, but don't let it get to you. Don't settle with it. Don't romance it. Don't talk it over. Don't tell it to shush. back at it like a dog and it will flee. That's just the best way you resist a doubt. You speak to yourself positive words and be kind to yourself too. Remember, when we talk to people, we are kind, we are gentle with words. But when we talk to ourselves, we are so biting and so condemning. Know that when you condemn yourself, you're also listening to yourself. As I'm talking right now, I'm listening to myself, right? Our subconscious register our words and they come to either lift us up or pull us down. So my take to you today is this: always remember that your dream and your aspirations are bigger than your doubts. Doubts will come. You can overcome them by being proactive. Use any of this and let me know. Those of us watching, let me know which of these, how do you overcome doubts in your own life? What are some of those techniques that you do use? Let's share, let's discuss them. I love every part of it. Thank you for your comments. Thank you for sticking around, right? So let me know those techniques that you're already using, maybe one of these. Let me please share them so that we can discuss them, because we're here to learn from one another, to build us up, help us grow so that we can achieve those dreams and aspirations that we have for ourselves. Nobody have it all. I don't have it all. Some of these is I have to read on them again just to share them, organize my words and deliver. But however, those are things that I practice on daily basis, when thoughts comes to me that are not in line with what I want to achieve. Will they come? Yes, some days are not brighter than the others, but it's part of life. You just let it go away by backing at it. And when I mean back at it, you back at it in this way that it will not stay. You'll be afraid to come back. Like, that girl, you go close to her, she's going to back. I'm not saying back at people now, but you back at those self-doubts. You back at those negative words. Don't let them settle. Don't let them have a word. Yes, Tina, thank you for sharing. I love this. Tina said, I speak verses and God's words over myself. Absolutely. That's what I do as well. I go to my scriptures and I get those Bible verses that encourage me, that build us up. So I go to them, I pick them and have them in my mind. Yes. Kathy says, I'm always choosing my words. Absolutely. We have to think before we talk. We don't just run our mouth, right? Because guess what? The wrong thing will come out. For someone who is a fast talker, right? I talk very fast. So sometimes I have to slow down and think. Thank you, Katya. I appreciate that. And think before I even say a word, because guess what? You may be intending to say the right thing, and if you don't think, you just talk, and you may even offend the person if you're talking to somebody or even talking to yourself. Yes, absolutely. Using scriptures, slowing down and thinking before we talk. We choose our words. We choose our words greatly. And as a parent, I learned that, you have to do that, especially when you have the little ones around you, the children. You don't just talk anyhow, act anyhow. You have to choose your word, because we are the first words that they see, and they do more of what we say than what we do than what we say. Because you may tell the kids, do this, do this. No, they're watching you and they're very good. I know where my daughters used to pick my heels and wear and say, this is how mommy works. I'm like, who told you mommy works like that? I said, I see you. I'm like, yeah, that's true. You see me, right? So I dare not do something wrong around them, because I know somebody's watching me. Beyond them watching me, God is watching me, right? So we have to be a good representative, and we can deal with doubt. We can deal with that, because guess what? We are. You got the power. You got the ability in you to say, hey, no, not this mind, not this body. You can't come to me and talk anyhow. Tell the devil to go away. Like, get off my head. I am doing the right thing. Like when you watch animation and you have the devil on one side and the white angel on one side saying the wrong thing, and the devil's angel or whatever is louder than the other one. That's the way life is. The subtle, quiet, gentle spirit in you is going to tell you the right way to do, and your conscience is there to guide you. And you back at that. I'm like Still on that. You don't play with doubt when it comes, because it can limit you from doing what you ought to do. So thank you so much. I appreciate the wonderful time we have, very interactive. I enjoy every bit of it. And for your comment, your like, your thumbs up, your sharing. And here's my challenge to you. So next time you feel doubt creeping in, take one of these action steps. Take one of these action steps. You need any help growing yourself, starting a new journey, hey, send me a message. I'm open to answer some of those questions, how I deal with stuff. I'm a conversation and a chat away. So I'm there, and I like always make my offer that I am an online business owner and a mentor. I help everyday people leverage social media to earn income. So if you're out there and you're looking to start another stream of income beyond being an employee, or even maybe you're an entrepreneur right now, you're looking for another source of enterprise income, hey, I am here to guide you. I'm here to help you leverage social media as an affiliate of a partner company with high ticket products where you can earn high commissions. I've been doing this for 3 years now, and I've been able to start this business even with doubts in my head to tell me, hey, you can't do it. I didn't have the confidence to be on social media, but I use these techniques to help me get out of my own way and achieve the success that I enjoy in my business today. And the joy of it is that I'm able to help people like you start your own online business. So the first way to go is, as you can see on the screen, my website is there, and you can connect with me anytime. Send me those questions and I'll be able to answer them. Thank you, Katrina. Yes, thank you. Saying a fantastic coach. Thank you. Oh my God, I'm getting pumped. Thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Thank you. And I'm honored anytime to be your coach. And I appreciate that, to work with you in this online business community. I'm really honored because I get to see life change through this business every time, that people could not literally afford to live life, having that lifestyle that they want. And it's a journey, it's not a sprint. It's a dream come true for myself and so many people who have been doing this business. And I'm inviting you, if you're out there and this is something for you. So thank you so much. I had fun today. I love every moment of it. Thank you for watching me. I'm here to help you get started at any point. I'm a chat away. I'm a video call away. So thank you so much. Have a blessed night, and I hope you have a lovely evening. Thank you. Good night.